The wet conditions here for the hundreds of competitors didn't deter any of the Army, Navy or RAF, plus the police invited. Starting in the water with the 1500 metre swim, the men were first off. The RAF's Luke Pollard, fresh from his 6th place at the London Triathlon at the weekend, was in a league of his own. He already had the lead coming out of the water and onto his bike for the 40-kilometre cycling. Difficult on the slippery roads. He came in exactly an hour later. His nearest challenger, the Army's Henry Eaton, the only man to come in under an hour on the bike. But Luke is a master runner and he tore through the field. 33 minutes 57 for the 3 laps, 10-kilometre track around the lake. He completed his triathlon in 1 hour 54 minutes 40, just outside the record he'd set here in 2015 and 6 minutes ahead of Henry Eaton from the Army. But the Army men's team dominated the rest of the race. Ed Charlton-Weedy, Andy Sirrett and Mark Matthews next, and the Army taking 9 of the top 11 places. Ben Terry was next in for the RAF in 7th place, and the Navy's first home, Ashley Scott.
Yeah, so it felt good today. You know, I had Flight Lieutenant Terry to help me out on the swim, and then really worked on the bike. And yeah, the run's a bit wet out there today, but it just about held up, I think.
He had another really good race, but at the same time, benefit for me was that he pulled me along, like trying to catch him, keeping out of sight.
And the women's race was a battle royal between the Army and RAF's top triathletes. Lucy Nell, like Luke Pollard, had done really well in London at the weekend, and she was embroiled in a real battle with RAF teammate Sam Rose and the Army's top triathletes Becky Hoare and Kat Rye. After the swimming and on the bikes, it couldn't have been closer in the run. Lucy and Kat nip and tuck going into the final loop. But it was Lucy Nell who prevailed. 2 hours, 11 minutes 44, Kat Rye around 40 seconds behind. But it would be the Army who would take the team championship, the RAF the individual winner.
It was a bit of a worry. It's a standard distance in London again, so just had a rest day on Monday. A little bit of light training yesterday and then into the race again today, but definitely had tired legs today.
I thought they had a cert first and second place, and I got probably a little excited when I saw Lucy Nell out in front, knowing that she's obviously got a very good track record. But it was good to beat Sam Rose because she's beaten me in this season by quite a few minutes.
Altogether, a keenly contested inter-services triathlon, the Army vets taking the title from the Navy in 2nd place. John Knighton, Forces News, South Cerney.